MashaAllah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi aliyyul azim. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal wakil. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin habibi alayhil alamin. Abul Qasim Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa farajahum. وعلى البيت التاخبين وتاخرين المعصومين إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم رجس أهل البيت يطهركم تطهيرا اللهم صل على محمد وآل وعجل فرجهم أما بعد في القرآن الحكيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل ربي أخرجني مدخل صدق وأخرجني مخرج صدق وجعلنا من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا قل جاء الحق وزائق الباطل إن الباطل كان زهوقا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Bani Israel, in the verse number 80 to 81, that come to, O Lord, enter me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, enter in a safe entry, and exit on a safe sound, a safe exit. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that seek authority and assistance from someone who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen on this earth. And the next verse is saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala turns around and says that the truth has come and the falsehood has vanished. Indeed, surely the falsehood by nature will vanish, no doubt about it. Imam Hussain Salawatullah alayhi's days of grief and agony on these nights reminds our soul that these times that we are living are times of hardships, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always with the Sabirin. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says the effects of sincerity. Allah said, no sooner do I look at the servant's heart and find that his sincere love for my soul, obedience, and he seeks my pleasure, that I take his affairs and his plans with me. So we are trying to mix up sometimes, maybe by mistake or maybe by purpose, the sincerity and the worldly materialism which overwhelms our heart sometimes. If we balance the two together to make ourselves better people in this life. Prophet Zakaria alayhi salam asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to mention, to remind him of the names of the Khamsa, of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. When the names were mentioned to Zakaria alayhi salam, when the name of Hussein alayhi salam came, he wept. That name of Hussein alayhi salam makes people weep. وَغْفَرَ لَا ذُنُوبًا جَمِيعًا, the sins of people, the majority of sins of people will be forgiven, whoever cries for the tragedy of Aba Abdullah salawatullah alayhi. Inna al-Hussein alayhi salam Azam as-samawati wal arz. Hussein is remembered more up in the heavens than the earth. Hussein salawatullah alayhi sacrificed everything for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The sincerity of Imam Hussein alayhi salam is something which we should learn in this month of Muharram. What are we going to take away from the lessons of Hussein salawatullah alayhi? This is very important. We're attending these 10 days, coming back with nothing from Imam Hussein al-Islam, or very little. Is that little going to improve us? Ask ourselves that question. How are we going to improve in our prayer? Are we going to pray sincerely and know what we are actually reading when we're praying, or with our mind floating all over and everywhere into the worldly possessions? Remember, those who are sincere to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will open doors for those people without them knowing. Ufawiz Umar Allah, inna Allah basirul bil ibad. When someone came up to Imam Jafar Sadiq salawatullah alayhi and says to the Imam that I am worried, and the Imam says, I will pray for you. He says to the Imam, I am worried, I'm distressed. The Imam says to him again that I will pray for you. Then he kept on insisting. The Imam says, do you remember the people of in the prison of Kufa? He says, yes, they're all together. It's a very difficult situation where they are. He said, all right, Ibn Rasulullah, I wasn't aware of this. He says, are those more in difficulty or are you? And he said, well, surely those are. So remember, there's always someone out there who is more difficulty than I am and you are. But it's just that we are not aware. So in these nights, we should remember Imam Hussein al-Islam sincerely and gain something. I remember Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam says one thing. He says, whoever belittles the prayer, considers the prayer very little, our intercession will not be for him or those people. So the prayer sincerely gains us something in this life and the life after, because that's what Imam Hussein al-Islam sacrificed himself for the prayer. That time of Asr, when he put his head down, if you remember, that day when the companions were busy, and so was Abu Abdullah sallallahu alayhi in prayer and worship. A person 1400 years ago sacrificed everything for mankind. This is a reminder of our souls to think of where we are going in this life. Assalamu alaikum Hussein wa ala ibn Hussein wa ala awlad al-Hussein wa ala ashab al-Hussein.